We got Modern Age, we got Silver Age, we even have Golden Age. All we need now is the Stone Age. Hello everybody, this is Chris and this is my channel We Love Comics, and today we are going to continue my little section of comics that I acquired while I was away in the year 2016. We got some Modern Age books, we got some Bronze Age, we got Silver Age, we even have a Golden Age book that I'd like to share with you all. And of course, as usual, I will provide the prices, so this way it kind of helps when you're looking to purchase books. What kind of prices are out there, and if you've watched my channel before in the past, you know I always try and get good deals. So with that being said, let's get this party started. So the first book we're going to show is a modern book, and let's zoom in so you get a better look at the book. And if you're not familiar with The Walking Dead, this is Walking Dead issue number 100, which is the second printing. Now the reason this one, I can't get this straight, the reason that the second print is so much more desirable is the fact that this is the death of Glenn, obviously, and also the first appearance of Negan, but this is the first time Negan is shown on the cover, and that makes it really popular. So this one, I mean, this is a hard one to get in high grade because you could see with the black background. This one does have a little tick right there, a minor one, and another one there. So this would probably be a 9.2 to a 9.4. But this is still a great book to have, especially with Negan being on the TV show, and the fact that he's still alive and kicking in the comic book world of the Walking Dead. So, who knows how long he'll be around, but this is definitely one of the more popular villains out there these days, especially in the Walking Dead. And, it's a good book to have. So I paid with, and of course I always include shipping and handling because that is factored in the price, but I paid $23.50 for this book. So definitely a very affordable price for that book. I've seen it go as high as $100 sometimes. So it's cooled down a little bit, but that's usually the best time to purchase stuff. Now this is a book I will get each and every time I see it for a decent price. If you saw my video a couple of days ago, you saw I showed one of these. It was a signed one. This one isn't signed. This is just the regular version, but of course this is the first printing of Edge of Spider-Verse #2, which is the first appearance of SpiderGwen. I love that character. I've been collecting this book any chance I can get. This is definitely in very good condition. You could see the corners are really... Well, can you see? Yeah, you could see the corners are really sharp. A lot of times this book gets really dirty, especially in this area, but this one looks relatively clean. So eventually I will get this book graded. I have a couple of them that are already graded, and if you guys want, I'll do a video about that someday. This is a book that I tried to get when I first started collecting comics. Never got the first print when it first came out. I only got the second print. And this was back in, I think, 88 this came out, somewhere around there. But this is Batman, The Killing Joke. This is the first print. You can tell because it's got the neon green. All the other colors are different printings. I know the... like the hot pink is a second print. There's also yellow and different colors that go down. But the first print is obviously the most desirable with this one. And with the movie, it's cooled down a little bit, but that just means you can get decent prices. Whoever owned this book before me definitely took care of it. This is another book I might get graded at some time. It'd probably come between 9.6 and 9.8 because it looks like it hasn't been touched. And I paid a total of $45.63 for it. Excuse me. Alright, next up we got another modern book. This is one people have probably shown lots of times. This is a book, not this particular one, but I got one the day it came out, back in the days when I was first collecting comics, so I have one for cover price, but I probably have about 4 or 5 of this comic. I know I have 2 of them already graded, but this is New Mutants 87, which is the first full appearance of Cable, which you should know by now, and if you don't now, you'll know that he will be appearing in the second movie of Deadpool. They still haven't cast the person yet, so I hope they do a good job of that. People were speculating about the guy that was in the Avatar movie. I don't know the actor's name, but he definitely looks like he would be a perfect fit. But we'll see what Hollywood does. Hopefully they do it justice. All right. as you can see, I'm mostly Marvel, but I don't have a problem with DC at all. I love collecting Marvel, but if I see a good DC book, I definitely am never going to shy away, especially when you get a good deal. This is Green Arrow, Green Lantern slash Green Arrow. This is issue number 87. And of course, this is the first appearance of Jon Stewart, and no, not the one from the Comedy Central. This isn't in the greatest of shape, because you could see, like I showed in other thicker books, this is a 48-page book, you could tell this one's been flattened, because this is supposed to be, you know, the edge of the book. So that would significantly lower the condition of the book, but for the price I paid, I can't really complain. Overall, the cover looks pretty clean, especially that it's got a white background. But I paid a total of $79 for this book. So not bad overall, considering. And there are rumors that there might be a Green Lantern movie again with possibly Jon Stewart. We'll have to see. And if it does, you know what that'll do to that book. It's another book I'll show all the time. I get them anytime I can. This, obviously, is Amazing Spider-Man number 300. This is like my 4th or 5th copy of it, but when I get the opportunity to get it at a decent price, I will. You can see the difference with this one. It doesn't have a date stamp, but somebody used one of those ink pencils, whatever they call them. I don't know what they are, those ones they write on the chalkboard with, but they wrote the date on it at the time. Other than that, this is in a really good condition. So unfortunately, that will take away from it. It won't have a 9.8 with that, especially with modern books. But hey, if it's anything over a 9, I'm still happy with it. I paid $120.90 for this book. That's, of course, the first full appearance of Venom. Definitely waiting for him to be in another movie, and they do him justice. This is either my 2nd or 3rd copy of this book. This is another book you should own if you haven't had the opportunity to get it yet. This is Superman's ex-pal, the new Jimmy Olsen. This is issue number 134, which this is one of the few exceptions to the rule when it comes to first appearances. Most of the time, you will see the first full appearance of a character getting the most value. Like, for example, the first full appearance of Wolverine, Hulk 181, is going to be a lot more money than Hulk 180, even though that's the first. The book you just saw with the first appearance of Venom, that's the first full appearance, $2.99 is the cameo, but obviously the 300 is the more expensive and the more desirable one. This is one of the exceptions to that rule. This is the first cameo appearance of Darkseid, but this is the one that people desire more than the other book, which is his first full appearance. So there are exceptions to the rule. I make sure I get both of them, so this way you're covered either way. Darkseid or Darkseid, whichever way you want to pronounce it, eventually is going to be in a movie soon. It's just a matter of time before they use him. I think they might have said he might be in Justice League. I'm not sure if that's been confirmed. If it has, leave it in the comment section, but definitely a book to get. The centerfold is detached, but the staples are attached to the rest of the book. It's just the centerfold is detached. But I only paid $37.99 because of it. So for me, that's definitely worth it, because it doesn't affect the story at all. Alright, this is another book I've told people, get any chance you can. This is the variant version of that book, and that is Ultimate Fallout 4. I had one, well, I still have, another version of this that was signed, and I got graded. It came back, I believe, a 9.4. I would have to check that just to make sure. But this is Ultimate Fallout 4, which is the first appearance of Miles Morales. This is the 1 in 25 variant. I really love how nice this looks. And he is getting his own movie. It's a cartoon movie, but it's a movie nonetheless. And once they start doing previews, you know everybody is going to go looking for those books, like the Ultimate Fallout 4. You could still get the polybagged issue for under $20. When I had my original channel, I was telling people for years, get this book. I have probably 10 to 15 of the regular copy, and this is now my second of the 1 in 25 variant. I paid an average of about $10 for each one of the regular variants, between 10 and 15, depending on when I bought them. But mark my words, eventually this person's going to become more and more mainstream with the movies or TV shows, and you're going to regret missing the boat. So there's still the opportunity, in my opinion. These books are must-haves. You definitely want to get at least the regular first print of the book like I said, you could still get it for under $20. But as you can see, this is in really good condition. I am really going to look forward to seeing what the grade would come back. I don't know if it's 9.8, but it's definitely in the high 9s. Anything over a 9.4, I'm thrilled with, especially with this variant, because they're not easy to acquire, and they're definitely not cheap. I won this for $104.25. I've seen this go as high as $200 now. So definitely, if you have the opportunity to get that book, get it. All right, this is my second copy of this book. This is one of the books I had stolen from me years ago. The one I had was easily a 9.8. And it sucks that it's gone, but hey, what are you going to do? Life goes on. But this is now my second copy of this book. I acquired one a couple of months ago for the second time. And as you can see, it's Conan the Barbarian, issue number 1, which is the first appearance of Conan. And the cover is by Barry Windsor Smith. Love this cover. When I was a kid and I bought this book, I think I paid $120 at the time. Maybe $100, between $100 and $125. And like I said, it was a 9.8 easily. It was perfect. And I could just imagine what that would be worth now graded. But hey, I'll take this. Obviously, this one is not a 9.8. You could see it's got a little bit of tanning there, or a little bit of dirt. But overall, as you can see, the colors look pretty decent, except for that one area. Little tick right there, but nothing major. As you can see in the corner, it looks like somebody put it in the bag a little too quickly, and it bent the corners a little bit. And there's a little bit of rounding of a corner there. So that's probably a 6.5 to a 7.0. Fine with me, but I paid a total of $107.50. I know they were talking about a Conan movie. I don't know if that's still going on, but we'll have to see. Now, this is one, when you saw my graded books the other day, I bought 2 extra, because for me, I would rather have extra. So this way, just in case, if I ever wanted to do a trade with somebody or sell one, I still know I will have one. And as you can see, this is Batman Harley Quinn, which is the first appearance of Harley Quinn in the DC continuity. And this one, you could see it's got a little tick. Actually, it's not as bad it looks like in the light. There's a little tick right there, a smaller one there, and another one there. So it looks like probably somebody opened this one. But again, overall, if you look, the condition is pretty good other than that. So those 3 ticks probably knock it down to a 9.2, maybe 9.4 if possible. But I only paid $49.50 for that one. So I'm definitely not going to complain. This one, except for this one corner, as you could see, there's a little bit missing off that corner. But the rest of the book is perfect. The corners are sharp. I mean, this is glossy. It's flat. It looks like somebody never opened this book, but they might have dropped it or something. So that probably lowers it 9.4, 9.6. Paid $87.98. So for either of these, I mean, I can't complain. Those are good prices for that book. And it, to me, still has plenty of room to continue to go upward. All right, so we got 4 more books. Got a couple of signatures. This one, the price has gone down, so I could not pass up the opportunity. This is the new 52 version of Batman #1. And hold on, we're out of focus. There we go, sorry. But this has been signed. It's signed by Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo. And I only paid $44, and it looks like 28 cents. It's kind of smeared, but so basically $44. And I've gotten a couple of things myself signed by Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo, so I know what a signature looks like. So even though this doesn't have a certificate of authenticity or isn't graded, I know those are legitimate signatures, so eventually I'll get the signatures verified. But again, for $44, I'll take a chance. Definitely not disappointed in that. All right, couple of Walking Dead books I picked up, because you guys know I love The Walking Dead. Some people say, like, they try and make videos saying, is Walking Dead dying? No way. You'll see that when they start the second half of this season, there's going to be plenty of people watching it, and I will be one of them. But this is Walking Dead issue number 13, just an earlier issue of The Walking Dead. There's no major events that happen in this book, but anything under issue 20 is definitely very valuable and harder to get, especially in good condition, and this one is in really good condition. I would say this would come back in 9.6 easily. Would not be shocked if it's a 9.8. But as you can see right here, this was signed by Tony Moore. Very happy with that. I have a couple of his signatures, and they look like the ones I've already gotten verified. Only paid $35.49. I've seen this book unsigned sell for about that price, up to $50. So to get it already signed, that's fine with me. This one was a steal. I don't remember when I bought it, but I know I was shocked that I won it. This right here is Walking Dead number 5. Again, not a major significant book, but, you know, you're talking the first 10 issues of Walking Dead are in itself hard to get. Now, I already have the complete series, so it's not like I needed it or anything, but this is signed by not only Tony Moore, but also by Robert Kirkman. I paid $61.01 for that book. This book, unsigned, has been sold for over $100. Signed, I've seen it $150 to $200. So I will definitely be sending this to CBCS because they do signature verification, and I would love to see what kind of grade. It's got a little tiny bit on the corner here. That might lower it down to a 9.6. Actually, even less, because I remember why. Because there's a little stain right here. I don't know if you could see that. Try and angle it. It's like a little circle right there that's a stain. So that would probably lower it 9.2, 9.4. But still, even with that, with those signatures, I am definitely not going to complain for that price. So early Walking Dead, signed by Moore and Kirkman, I'll sign up every day. All right, so we got 2 books left. This book was one of the books that was on my 2015 wish list. It was a book I honestly didn't think I was going to get for a good price, because every time I saw it, just the price was just not worth getting. And I'm not just going to buy something just to say, oh, look, I now have it. I want to make sure I get a good deal, and that's what I tell people. There are so many opportunities for books. Don't just buy the first one that you see. Make sure it's the quality you want. Make sure it's the price that you want before you purchase it, because there's always other chances. And that is issue number 20 of The Amazing Spider-Man, which is the first appearance of the Scorpion. That is a book I've been trying to acquire, just like the other book I showed the other day of the first Batgirl, Detective Comics 359. This was a book I've been trying to find, and it's been so expensive. I mean, I've seen $200, $300, $400, $500 for this book. I'm just not willing to spend that, and I don't have that kind of funds to be spending at the moment for one particular book. Major problem with this book, as you could see right here, somebody at some point decided they were going to test out their pen and did the sign of a sideways cross on the book. But other than that, and that is going to significantly lower the grade. There is a couple of little spots right here where there is some color loss. Spine looks pretty decent. You could see, oh, I went too far down, sorry. That's what she said. There's, as you could see there, a couple of little lines. Few little minor breaks along the spine. But other than that, I mean, the staples are intact. Decent condition, I would say, probably with all this stuff. Probably a 5 to a 5.5. Paid $108.53, so I cannot complain about that one. All right, so we are down to the last one, and I said there are Modern Age, Bronze Age, Silver Age, and Golden Age. So this one I am proud to show you. It's not a holy grail or anything, but definitely an early Golden Age book from key characters. And it is in great condition. So without further yabba dabba doo, here is my Golden Age book. And that is Batman number 28. And this is in beautiful condition. I mean, if you could see the bright redness of this book. Now, you could see along here, along the whole top, there is some fading. So it looks like somebody might have had a original board that didn't go all the way to the top, and probably some sun got exposed. And for the people who love my cat, he decided to show up in the video. There is a piece right there missing in the cover. Doesn't affect any of the other pages. But considering this book is from the 1940s, I mean, it's got a little tick right there, a color loss right there. But if you look at that spine, for a book this old, other than that one spot that I showed you. And there's a little bit right there as well. But overall, that's amazing. Now, the person that I bought it from said this is an 8.5. It can't be. Because as you can see here, there's some wrinkling and everything. So this is definitely not an 8.5. Like, there's an indent there. But I would say this is probably easily a 6.0. I mean, because remember, they're going to give you a little bit more of the benefit of the doubt grade-wise for a Golden Age book. So as you could see, this book lies perfectly flat. There's no spine roll, and the colors really pop out. So I would say, honestly, between a 6 to a 6.5, maybe a 7.0. But even if it got down to a 6.0, I would still be happy with this book. It has a Joker appearance, and I paid $310 for that book. This book, in lesser condition, I've seen sold for $400 to $500. So I definitely got a really good deal for this one. So that is it for this particular video. I will have lots of other videos showing some of the other books that I have acquired in the 2016 season. I will do some top 10s, things like that. Maybe I'll even do a tag video at some point. If you'd like to be involved in something like that, leave it in the comment section. Let's get some dialogue going. In the comment section, I want you guys to talk about some of the things you love about comics, what you liked, what you didn't like, what you think I should do to improve my videos, or just to give your overall opinion of life in itself. And if you want to hit the thumbs up button, that's fine. If you want to hit the thumbs down button, that's fine. As long as you're giving this channel some kind of view, I am appreciative of it. So thank you for that. Hit subscribe if you haven't. And don't forget, guys, it's not you, it's not I, it's we love comics. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Batman is so violent.